Welcome everybody to the BitcoinBush channel, coming to you from beautiful Venice Island, Florida, home of the Sharks Tooth, capital of the world, and also home of the J.P. Morgan bear. This bear has been in my family for about 3 generations, carved for banker J.P. Morgan, featured in a book called Southern Highlands, published back in 1936. As we take a look today, Bitcoin is trading at $57,000. If you were in Bitcoin over the weekend, you might have seen some pretty big corrections in the tune of about 20 or 30% in the stock market. That would be referred to as a crash. In the digital asset space world, it's considered a pullback, folks, or a correction. And if you're used to this, that kind of volatility just won't affect you emotionally. The reason why I came out with this channel is to help you if you're new to Bitcoin. Welcome you aboard. Also, if you are a seasoned investor to Bitcoin, I can help you out as well. I spend about 6 to 8 hours of research 6 days a week, every day. And Bitcoin is a true passion in my life. And my story is such like this. I started with $75, dipped my big toe in, started with Bitcoin, and within 6 months turned $75 into $3,000. It's not a 10% return, it's not a 20%, it's not 100%. That is 40x on your money. Stock market average over the last 100 years is 8%. Take out 1% for a financial investor, it's about 7% a year. We're talking 40x from $75 to $3,000. If you want to learn how to make returns like this, hit the subscribe button below. Also hit the alert bell. You'll get notified every time I do release a new video, which is daily. Watch watch at least 2 of my videos every week. I promise I will make you a better, educated, more informed investor in the digital asset world. In return, that will just grow your wealth and make you money. That's why I brought this channel out for. And also, after I got in, and I just tested the waters with $75, then I took my real money and I put my real money into digital assets, and I allocated my portfolio. If you're considering reallocating a percentage of your portfolio, whether you're with Fidelity or another company, and you want to reallocate 10% of your assets, so whether you have a $50,000 portfolio or $500,000 or $5 million, you may be considering that you're putting in $10,000 to $50,000 or more into digital assets. If you do that, by the way, I recommend that you use a really good exchange, one that has great security. Every company I recommend or product I recommend, I use myself, and I believe in them highly. The one I recommend is BitTrue. There's a link to it down below. Kind of fun because they also have a contest that they do. A lot of fun company, in which case you may be, somebody's got to win $300,000 or whatever, the current summer giveaway that they are doing that they have right now. And when you reallocate this portfolio, you're thinking, well, my 10% that I'm going to put in Bitcoin will not outperform the 90% I have in my stock market portfolio. Think again. With mine already, mine has dwarfed the 90% that's in the stock market. So anyway, that's why I exist. And also bringing out this channel, I like to have fun, so I'm having my own set of contests and giveaways as well. Just like BitTrue. So my contest is such as this. Subscribe to my channel. You'll be entered into a giveaway that we'll be doing as we grow our channel. We got 3 marks up on the board that we want to reach between now, hopefully 2022, maybe at the latest by 2025, who knows. But our first mark is we want to get to 25,000 subscribers, then 50,000 subscribers, and 100,000 subscribers is my ultimate goal. I'd like to get there by the end of 2022. I know that's kind of ambitious, but go big or go home, in my opinion. And when we do that, when you enter, and we'll just talk about the first one. So when you enter to subscribe to my channel, you'll be entered to a giveaway that we're going to do. And it's a small package. It's just $100 in Bitcoin, but also $300 on what's referred to that we call our Hyper Fund program. And there will be a link to that below in the description of this if you want to check into it. But it's a project, an investment that I do, and it's came about through a good friend of mine that got me in Bitcoin. So I'm forever grateful for him by getting me into Bitcoin. And the story so changed my life. And so when he told me about Hyperfund, I said, absolutely, I'll take a look at it. I liked it, and I got in, and it's been a fun journey. But in short, that takes advantage of the space, and it earns and compounds interest, as Albert Einstein would say, is the 8th wonder of the world. And over a period of time, from the time that you claim, or like when we give it away, from the time you claim your hyperfund of, in this case, 300, that 300 will be worth about 11,000 in less than 2 years. So really kind of a nice little giveaway. And then the other amounts we'll give when we hit 50,000 will be a 500 hyperfund package, and then when we hit 100,000 it'll be 1,000. And what's kind of fun is that 1,000, from the time you claim it, about less than 2 years later, it will grow to about 200,000. It's a neat project. So I actually am in it. I'm adding more to it, and I have goals that we want to reach with that program as well. In today's news, if we take a look around the market again, it was slight dip, a little bit slower. Lower, we're at 56, a little bit under 57,000. And if you're new to the space, there are a couple of just crucial little things that you will learn that will gauge you. One is called the Fear and Greed Index. This is it up on the channel. When there is greed, this index may go up to 90, 93. That usually is a good time to sell, when people are really greedy getting into the market. And when there is fear, you might want to go ahead and exit your position. And also, apologies, when there's fear in the streets, you might want to buy. Good time to buy. So over the weekend, for example, when Bitcoin was dropping, a lot of other coins, I actually got in there and bought the dip and got some, what I call, sale on aisle 5. So I like to call it. So there was a really good fire sale that happened over the weekend, so I added to some of my positions. So anyway, and this is an article that's written in Crypto Newsflash talking about Bitcoin drops 8,400 and mysterious overnight flash crash. And it's funny because, again, if this were to happen in the stock market, it is called a crash. In crypto, it's just a pullback or a correction. And when we look at the coin market cap, we look at the total. It's now over 2 trillion, which is absolutely amazing. It wasn't long ago that it was a fraction of this, truly. And the Bitcoin dominance, we sit at right around 55. And as the dominance starts to drop, what that means is that people start to invest in other coins. Now, when I talked about how I got into crypto and Bitcoin, it was initially with $75, just my big toe in. I did 2 different companies. There's always, like I say, every day of your life, a company or someone's trying to give you a $100 bill. And companies want your business, so they give you incentives. So crypto.com is one. I'll have a link to it down below. But, they said, open up an account, we'll give you $50. So if you put in $50, you just got 100% on your money. And I don't advise that you put any big balance on there. I didn't, but it was a kind of good way to get your feet wet. But you'll see one thing that's nice about crypto.com, this is their website. There's a lot of ways, if you don't know, that you can earn money with Bitcoin. Say when the savings account at your bank, at your JP Morgan bank, will pay you interest. And this is one of the reasons why I got into Bitcoin, being I have a savings I have 2 sons, and one of the savings account I have for them, there was $5,000. And I wanted to check it after a year, see how much interest he earned, that we earned for his savings account with $5,000. This is it. You can see it. That's 46 cents. With 5,000, and to think that I took $75 and it's at $3,000 now. So which one sounds better to you? That's a kind of a no-brainer. But one of the things you can do once you buy Bitcoin is you can actually earn interest on that, just the same way the savings bank does. In this case, with crypto.com, you can earn up to 8.5% on different cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, and then you can earn up to 14% on stable coins. Stable coins is like one referred to as USD. Which is USD Tether, was the stable coin. So that's it. I'll put a link to it. You can get $50. It might be a good way to kind of get started. So I'm going to keep this one short. Thank you so much for coming by. By the way, on Friday, we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to start a new thing every Friday called my Game of Thrones Challenge. I'm sorry, I'm a big Game of Thrones nut. I might even watch the whole series again because I'm running out of new stuff to watch. But anyway, we're going to do that on Friday. Should be a lot of fun. So watch us on Friday. Watch us tomorrow, subscribe, hit the alert bell, you'll see alerts. Thank you so much again. We'll see you tomorrow, and I hope you have a great day. I'm back again. I forgot to mention 2 things. One, if you go to my site, which you guys might have seen already, it's called BitcoinBush.com. There's a link in the description down below. On there are a couple of links on here that you can see. One is what I call money on the table. That is the link to BitTrue, which is the exchange I suggest, recommend, I use. if you have a large portfolio that you're reallocating from a Fidelity or a Vanguard and you have 10, 50, 500,000 that you want to put in, use that link below. You'll be entered into their contest. And then the other one I just mentioned, crypto.com. It will also be on my site. I'll put it right below the Bitrue. It's not on there now. And then for you, on the note of what Bitcoin's done over the last 6 months, like when I got into Bitcoin, it was trading at 10,000, and it's currently, let's just call it 60,000. So that's a 6x on your money. Anyway, and I mentioned Hyperfund is what we're doing. There is a description of Hyperfund on our site. You can read about it. You can just contact me and just put your name in the contact. I'll get it, and I can either, if you're curious and I'll explain it better to you, you can either email me or I'll call you. If you want to call, I'm kind of old-fashioned. I like the phone. But anyway, there's a little information on that. I will have videos forthcoming that you'll be able to see and see what the mechanics behind this company. So there are people that have been in this space well over a decade, and they've been angel investors in some of the largest companies out there, like Binance.com. To mention one right there. So anyway, I just want to add that to this video so that you can